Hey guys, welcome back. So since this is video number 3, I guess this has kind of become a thing. So maybe I'll be popping up here more than I thought to share with you some of my part-time reselling tips and tricks and unboxings and hauls and what sold and all of that. So this is totally my side hobby for funsies. And today what I found was that I really wanted to come make another video because my personal friends think that my tips are pretty great. And I rushed through my real job that I also do from home, like super fast. It kept me super on track, knowing that as soon as I was done with that, I could come make this video. So, hey, I think it's going to be great for me to be more productive in the real world. And yeah, so if you watched my ThredUp haul, off topic of this video, I wanted to let you know that awful mystery girls clothing box that I paid $50 for. I have listed only 3 items from that box so far, and I've already sold 2 and I've made back $24. So I know I was like, how the heck am I going to make 50 bucks back? But hey, looks like maybe I will. And I showed you guys what I got from Once Upon a Child the other day that included a lot of shoes. Those will not be in today's video. So what I do, selling shoes is one of my favorite side hobbies. My stress relief from the real world, the real job when my kids are at school. I love to thrift store shop and I love to buy shoes. Mostly kid shoes because my kids have an absurd amount of shoes, but I buy brands like I'm going to show you today that retail for a lot. I get them on the cheap. I clean them up. They look new. My kids wear the heck out of them. I clean them again and then resell them for almost always more than I paid in the first place. So that's the name of the game for me. I like to dress my kids cute and do it for free and always end up paying for what I buy to keep and double or triple and even quadruple my money. So what I do when I buy shoes, I wait. I list the ones that literally just need a little wipe down with a damp cloth, or ones that don't need any touch-ups done to them whatsoever. The other ones kind of go into this pile, and that way one day I can spend an hour getting out the Goo Gone and the nail polish remover and the toothbrush and the magic erasers and filling the sink. And it's kind of this whole process. And I end up with this much shoes to then sit down and list all at once. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. These came from either Goodwill or Salvation Army or a local other little thrift store that I have. And I am not the best at keeping track. Now with my ThredUp box I did for you guys, I wrote down everything and I'm writing down what I'm making. Did the same with my Once Upon a Child haul, but since I wasn't making videos, obviously, these things, I just rip the tags off. I have an absurdly awesome memory, so I kind of know what I paid for these shoes off the top of my head. So let's just jump in. I want to show you guys mostly because some of my friends have asked me, well, what brands do you look for? So that's what I'm going to show you guys. This first pair, I wish they were my size. I am not an animal print kind of girl, but these are so cute. They're Jack Rogers, which is definitely a brand to look out for. Mostly the thong style sandals. These are not in the best condition. I would call them good condition, but I couldn't leave them up behind. They were just a couple bucks. So I will way more than double my money on buying these. And I just thought they were fun. And the thing about having resale shops, I started on eBay years ago. I've just gotten back into that, but Kidizen has kind of been my primary the last 2 years. And about a year ago, we could start listing women's clothing there as well. But now I've dug more into Poshmark. Mercari is actually my #1 where I'm making my most sales right now. And you kind of want to have a lot of different brands because you want to get people into your shop. So that was my reason for picking up these. I know it's a great brand that people love, even though they're not necessarily the best shoes. All right, this next brand, if you see these, pick them up. I am in Florida and they're just very easy to come by for me. The brand is Native. These are the Jefferson style. For whatever reason, I'm always finding navy blue. These I got for $3. My son wore them a few times. He complained that he doesn't like them. So I today tossed them in the sink, magic eraser, and they look brand new. These retail for around $45, but they're amazing. You can throw them in the wash. I prefer to do the magic eraser method. Note to you guys, don't ever leave these outside. They can get a little misshapen and shrink, but these are a kid size 3. These I have sold countless pairs and I picked them up for under $5. And like, that's kind of I don't pay more than $5 unless they're brand new or a very specific colorway, sparkly ones, that sort of thing. And I've never sold a pair for less than $20, even in not the best condition. So next up, another brand that never lets me down. Okay, I know I did get another pair of these the other day from my haul. These are the brand Keen. Okay, they are, I don't even want to call them water shoes. They're just like all terrain. You cannot beat these things up because of this rubber toe. They're waterproof shoes. They have Velcro. These retail for way too much than I would spend on my kids brand new, but they never show wear. Like I have pairs that I've picked up for my kids and they have even been passed down from my kids and they still don't show wear. So you can toss these in the washer. I have air dry them. I don't put any shoes in the dryer at all, but I do throw lots of them in the washer. Vans, even some that have suede material, because worst case, I don't pay that much for them anyway. And I've never ruined a pair by putting them in the washer. So these are in really great condition. These will go for $25 or so. And they are a kid size 11. Any size under youth or kid size 13 are going to ship first class. So they're going to be $5 or less to ship. So anything over size 1 in Converse and Keens and that sort of thing, you are going to have to ship in a flat rate envelope, and it's going to cost you around $8. So keep that in mind. That's another reason I love this brand. Now, I have 3 pairs of these that my daughter actually wore a pair yesterday outside, and they don't come in half sizes, unfortunately. These are size 9. She is a 9.5 right now. The 10s fall off of her, which is sad because my kids love to wear these outside. Don't be afraid to list things that you might consider out of season. I know it's snowing kind of everywhere right now, except in Florida. I'm wearing a long sleeve just because it's a little chilly in my house. It's not cold outside, and I buy this kind of shoe all year round. So don't be afraid to list things now. But what you want to look for when you're buying these, for me anyway, is I want to make sure that the native is completely visible. When they really get worn down, it'll start to kind of, you won't see the whole name. Now these I consider play condition, even though there's no rips, but just based on, you know, that it is worn down a little bit. These, I should have taken a before photo, how awful these were, because we have construction, we're putting in a pool, and my daughter wears these without socks, and she was in the dirt, and yeah, so I performed some magic on these. Even in play condition, I will get no less than $18 for these. They're a mint color, a great little color. So those I know I got those at Goodwill as well. I don't know where, I have another pair of little pink ones. Now you might find these sometimes and think, ew, like why is the white so cream looking? It's not. They often, it's called bone, and they are known to pair the color bone for the trim with every other color that they've got. I see it mostly on the navy, so they'll be navy and white like the ones I have, or they'll be navy and bone. So don't be afraid to pick them up, and don't just assume that the white has yellowed. But these are in a little bit better condition. I always just look to see how much it's worn down, also that I can see the whole native on the back. These will go for, like I said, I'll probably list them around 22, and they're super lightweight. All right. This next pair, I can't find the match. I want to shout out a friend of mine, Kathy. She goes by Ginger Marvin on YouTube, and I have been friends with her. We met in the resale community, and she has a YouTube channel, so make sure you check her out. Her and her husband make awesome videos. They're quite the duo, polar opposites. I love them. And I, like I said, started doing mostly kid stuff, but because I've been watching her videos and learning about women's shoes, she, like me, loves shoes. Like if I could only resell one thing, it would be shoes, because they're easy to photograph. You're not going to miss flaws. I enjoy cleaning them. Now I do know Kathy does not like to clean shoes, but her husband does it for her. So some people will not pick up shoes that they've got to take the time to clean. Cool. But like I said, this is not my full-time gig. This is my play money, if you will. My reselling sales for 2 months bought me a paid in cash Peloton most recently. Besides that, it's kind of just, I wanted to buy new bar stools recently, so I used that money. So I don't know, it's like a fun game for me. So anyway, Kathy is who I learn a lot about shoes for, because the old me would never have picked up these Skechers. They are Go Walk 2 Skechers. Now, they're a little wet. That's because I just washed them. That's why they look a little funky. But guys, these are in, other than having a little bit of like dirt coloring, I did wash these off, so they are clean. They are almost new. Sorry, the lighting. It's so bright outside today. I had to close all the blinds. But these go for about $25, and these were $2, so I couldn't leave them behind. They're also my size. They're 8.5, so worst case, look, I'm not opposed to wearing some mom shoes, because I did try them on. They're so comfortable. We go to theme parks a lot, so yeah. Make sure you guys watch Kathy because you will learn a lot about shoes from her. Look, here's another pair of Keens. These are a youth size 1. Actually, I have my scale right here. If you're going to be doing reselling, you need a scale. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, that these, let's see. Yeah, these are 16.6 ounces. So they go over the 16 ounce 1 pound mark, which means they cannot go first class. So like I said, anything over size 13, unfortunately, you will have to price these knowing that you're going to have to pay $8 to ship them. So these are the ones I'll probably list $26, $28. And I try not to pick up the big ones, but these were ones that I had bought for my son. He wore, cleaned them up. Now here they go off to the next house. So I'm willing to pay a little more for items that I buy for my kids. Here we go. I talked about this in my last video, Crocs. I'm telling you, I don't mind flipping things. If I'm going to make profit, it's got to be at least $5. Anything less than that is not worth my time. That's the stuff that I'm going to take to Once Upon a Child, where they'll give me a quarter and that'll be my coffee money for the day. But Crocs, if they are under $2, sometimes $3 depending, I'll pick them up. These are size 7. Personally, I think little girls size 7, 8, and 9 shoes are my best sellers because they don't have an opinion yet, typically, on what they're gonna wear. And my gosh, they just come in the cutest stuff. So these are so light, and these were a mess. I'm pretty sure I paid $1 for these. I don't know if I said that. And they were disgusting. But what I do when I look at Crocs, I know that a magic eraser and water and Crocs, you can perform miracles and make them literally look brand new. I always simply look at the bottoms, and they do wear down, and these are like new. And so I use magic eraser, made them look brand new. These I will sell for $15, $16. Next up, what I said about making sure you have lots of sought after brands in your shop, that is this next brand. I love Livy and Luca. I have purchased a lot of shoes for my daughters over the years. They are great, especially if your kid has wide feet. I find them to be more wide. They've got ones that have this type of bottom, and they also have ones that are that gummy looking waffle type bottom. Those I feel do run a little bigger, but this brand is definitely pick it up. Even if they are, like, I consider these play condition. They're looking a little better on the screen than they are. I did use a magic eraser to clean them up. They're like a white patent leather with some sparkles, but the bottoms, I've got some more work to do. If you see, I paid $2 for them, and I tried everything in the book to get this off of the bottoms. So this is my last resort. What I'm gonna do, I just didn't have it out there. I'm gonna take a black Sharpie and I'm just gonna make a smudge and cross it out. I have sold tons of shoes like that. Certain types of rubber, it's like that permanent marker just soaks in. So don't be afraid to pick up shoes if you wonder how the heck you're gonna get it out. Most people don't care that there's marker on the bottom. These, like I said, play condition. You always wanna check the Velcro. The Velcro on these are great. I am very generous in my play condition. Some people might list these in good. I'm gonna trim the little strings on them because there's no rips, there's no real damage to the shoes. They've just been loved. There is a little bit of wrinkling in the toes. There we go. But I will still be able to get about $18 for these because they retail for between 40 to 60, even depending on the style. All right, I'll speed through the ones that are similar to others I have done. Another pair of Crocs, a little different style, color block, size 8 toddler. I know I paid $1 or $2, no more than $3 for these. Again, the $16 range. These sell fast for me, super lightweight. And again, these were so dirty here, but I have a toothbrush that I use also for my cleaning. I use Blue Dawn dish soap, scrub it, and then just let it sit. And then I use my magic eraser. It cleans right out. I love Crocs. Is it so weird that I just have this obsession with cleaning shoes? Another pair of Crocs, Mary Jane style. These are a juniors girl size 3. But I just want to show you guys this. Now the Keens were only a 1 and they were over a pound. These are only 6.2 ounces. So even though they're a larger kid size, you can still ship them first class. It's going to cost $4 to send these. And they are, always look at the bottoms. They are in like new condition. These I'll be able to get about $24 for. And when I say that, I mean shipped. So $24 shipped. All right, here is another pair of shoes. I can thank my friend Kathy for showing me how to take risks, okay? Because the old me, like, I have been thrifting for my kids' items for years, since they were born. My son is 9. I've always loved thrift store shopping. And I didn't start reselling my kids' stuff online until about 2.5 years ago, but I would have never picked these up to resell because they're not cute. They're what I call a comfort shoe, but Kathy is so right. A lot of people buy for comfort. You've got this entire generation of people, older usually. I mean, shoot, I do not like wearing shoes that hurt me. Would I buy these? No. Now, a lot of people aren't going to work, so I took a risk on these. They were super cheap. These are from the Salvation Army, and it was a half off day. They are leather. They're size 10. This brand is called Earth Origins, and what I love about it is it has the style name written in there. I picked these up because they were a couple bucks. It wasn't a huge risk. They have almost no wear, and I feel like a shoe like this, if it sits in my closet for too long, I'm building a box to send to ThredUp or another bag of just adult clothes. I did a kids clothes, and I've made like $4 on like 5 items. It's whatever, but that was the crap that I'd already taken once upon a child. They rejected it, so I sent it off to ThredUp. I don't want any of it back, and my goal was literally to make $10 total out of the huge bag I sent them. So anyway, we'll give these a try, you know? They're a nice color. Next up, if you watched my last video, I am obsessed with Minnie Melissa shoes. That's what got me back into reselling because I just was buying so many of them for my daughter. And then when she sized up, I'm like, holy crap, what am I going to do with 40 pairs of these tiny, super cute little shoes? And I was selling them on the Facebook groups, and it just gets overwhelming. I do not want to have to sit there and send invoices to people and chase people down to pay. So that's why I went to Kidizen first, and that's where I started listing everything because I was buying so much from there. So Minnie Melissa, obviously, is the girls' kid-size version of Melissa. Now, these are a women's size 8. I pick up women's Melissa shoes. They've got an M on them. You cannot mistake them because they smell so good, the adult and kid shoes. They say they smell like strawberries. That's not what I smell. It's just such a distinct smell. You've got to smell some for yourself. And the fake ones, you're very easy. They don't say more. They're awful. They smell horrendous. So you will know if you've got yourself some real Melissas. Now, I have sold several pairs of the sandals in women's size. They always sell, but they take a while to sell. So if you can't sit on, I think I paid $4 for these. If you don't have that to front and know that it might take a year to sell, don't do it. But these are actually, and see, these, Melissas are another one of those hard rubbers to get stuff off. I don't know what the N means. These are brand new, never been worn. Now, there are a couple little marks and dings on them that I couldn't get out with a magic eraser. Usually magic eraser takes everything off just from being stored with shoes. I've got to look up comps and look at the exact style name of these. They're not my favorite, but you know, people that buy the brand Melissa, they've got some weird shoes and they're expensive. These probably cost over $100 new if I'm just guessing. And since like I said, I paid $4. If I could get $35 out of these, that would be fantastic. And it would pay probably for an entire haul. This next brand, I learned again from Kathy. I got to tell her that I've shouted her out. So she is a full-time reseller, and they do rely on that as their sole source of income. So make sure you go subscribe to her channel. This is the brand Merrell. And I was in a thrift store and they had a 50. Always look for the color of the week if your stores do that. These are in men's, and I just glanced at the size. I'm not the best yet looking at a shoe and knowing the size. It said size 11. I thought, oh, you know what? Maybe my husband will wear these. And then I got home and I'm like, these are really girly. And I had him try one on because he's between an 11 and 12 depending. And he was like, these are definitely women's. And I looked closer at the size and sure enough, it says women's in tiny little words. But guys, these were $1 and they are in fantastic condition. I mean, honestly, I don't even know that they were ever worn. So yeah, I have no idea what to price these at, but I know I will at least double my money. And they're super lightweight. Let's see. They are just over 15 pounds. 15 pounds. Oh my gosh, 15 ounces. So I always double bag everything. These I would throw in a poly mailer and they would be like right under the 16-ounce mark. So first class. Yay for that. All right, another pair of Crocs, y'all. I'm telling you. Crocs are they're my favorite, literally my favorite. Now these are ones you can tell if you look, these are a little worn. They were $2. I still picked them up because they are a different style. I love the Crocs Velcro because it's almost like a plastic Velcro. So it's very, they don't go bad. You know, sometimes on Melissa's, don't always pick up Minnie Melissa's because the Velcro does go bad. You got to check the Velcro. So these were a hot mess. You know, they've got a little bit of damage to the back of one of them, but I was able to just really clean them up nicely, and they're a little sparkly. And again, I will still be able to get no less than 16, 18 even for these. They're a girl size 12. And I told you, here's the other one of those pink natives, the bone color. There were 3 pairs size 9 that I took out of my daughter's closet today since, again, it was my day to clean all the things. These were my favorite of hers. They are sparkly. You will see some other styles of natives. I feel like the Jeffersons sell the best for boys and girls. Millers, I don't think are very cute, but these are adorable. They've got glitter. Now you can see the back. These are really in great condition. I will probably still list them in good condition just because they've got some of the creases. Hard to tell a little, but they do get creases right through here after, just because they've been worn. But again, I cannot believe how clean I got these because they looked awful, but it's why I love them. Okay, this next brand. So Minnie Melissa is under the brand Grindine. They're all made in Brazil. Oh, they smell so good. So under Grindine is, oh my gosh, what's the name? There's Grindine, and then there's Minnie Melissa. There's Zaxy, Z-A-X-Y, which is sold at Nordstrom. They also smell amazing. And there's one other one. It's escaping me right now. But anyway, they came out with another new line that falls under the Grindine branch, also made in Brazil, called World Colors. Yeah, World Colors. And I personally never purchased any because a lot of them have buckles like this. And one of the reasons I like Minnie Melissa's is because of the Velcro closure, easy on, easy off. These are the same sizing. But these come in half sizes. These are a 4.5 USA. I don't believe they were ever worn, again, just like the other pair that I had of the adult, but because I get these at thrift stores, there is a couple marks on them that I couldn't get off. Like Melissa's are bad for getting some, can't see it, right there, some dye transfer. You can try the coconut oil, the zinc oxide zit cream. I know it sounds crazy. I've got all kinds of Melissa tips and tricks, but these, I don't know, I've never sold a pair of these. They were a little less expensive than Melissa's, brand new. But I paid $1 for these, maybe $2. But I will be able to sell them for 20 bucks maybe. The size is kind of small, not the right season, but hey, I will at least double my money, which is always my plan. On the same topic, another pair of Melissa's. These were my daughter's. She wore the heck out of them. I remember paying $3 for them. I told you, why do I remember that? And I can't remember what day of the week it is. I don't know. They're size 9. They were a mess. Magic eraser did me a solid. You can see they show a little bit of wear on the footbeds, not so much on the bottoms. These, it's rare that I don't sell Melissa's for at least $20. These I'll probably list for 18 or so just because they do show some wear. All right, this next brand, this is where the risks come in again, and just knowing what good quality feels like. So I was looking at the Salvation Army and I came across these and I just touched the leather and it just felt so good. And I just looked at them and, you know, you can just tell when a shoe is a good shoe. The brand is Terran Rose and they caught my attention because I'm like, these are cute. I would actually wear these. I'm not a heels girl. I will wear them if I know I can just walk from my car to inside the restaurant and sit down, or I can take them off. My feet just don't like heels, you know, but I will rock a cute flat. Unfortunately, these are size 9.5, a whole size too big for me because, you know, I tried them on. So cute. I was going to pick them up regardless. They were $6, but I'm like, these are just precious. They're rose gold. And I decided to check comps while I was in the store. And this brand on Poshmark is going anywhere from $30 to over $100. I didn't look up this particular style. I didn't have that kind of time that day, but I know I can at least double my money, if not triple or quadruple. We'll see. These are Brian 9.5 mediums. And yeah, I bought these just based on style and just feeling them. And it says right inside somewhere, where did I see that tag? It doesn't say, but they definitely feel amazing. So there's that. These are the brand Sea Kai Run, K-A-I. Let me see the back. And you know, because it has this little wagon. I got these for my daughter, and she didn't like them because this is my middle child, my older daughter, who has an opinion these days. These are 12 and a half. She was like, those are shoes that Molly would like. That's my other daughter. I do believe there's an older style. They have the date. I'm looking at the date. Of course, they're an older style. They're from 2008, but they are in almost new condition. They look fantastic. I didn't do anything to these. I didn't need to clean them up. So they're just nice. They're good shoe. Now you've got to be careful. This is a brand that did a collab with Target also, and you can just tell the quality isn't there. And I forget how you can tell. It says basic or something like that, but just double check. Always look up what it is that you're going to sell. Converse are an easy sale for me. Some people don't like selling them. 2 of my kids love Converse. So I'm always selling the ones, you know, I probably paid, because I bought these for my kid, I probably paid $10. Our Once Upon a Child prices the Converses at $10 to $12. I usually have a 15% off coupon. I will pay that much for because they're for my kids to wear, you know, and my kid has worn this, and I have used a magic eraser. They've gone through the washer, and they look in better condition than when I bought them used originally. These are a size 13, and they are high tops. So let me just check just for my own personal. I do weigh my items as I'm listing them, because on Mercari, I don't offer free shipping. Yeah, these are 20 ounces. So they are going to have to ship via flat rate. Converse never sell for less than 20 bucks for me. Even the tiny sizes, even solid colors, when they're a print or a pattern, I usually price them 25 or so. And again, I love that I buy stuff for my kids. I mean, from the Converse website, those were probably $40, but I paid 10. My kid wore them and looked super cute. And now I'm going to sell them and at least make my $10 back, probably a little bit more. So that's what I do. This next brand, the brand is Hot Chocolate. These are brand new. I bought these off of Kidizen. Aren't they so cute? This brand, I know they make really cute clothing for kids. Bought these as part of, you can offer sales on Kidizen where it's like 10% off to 20% off to whatever. I wanted one thing that the person had. So I always, when I'm doing that, I always look for something else that I know I can sell and like recoup the money back for the one item I wanted. That was the case here. I'll probably list these for 20 bucks or so. Another brand, or another Keens. Keen does come in all different styles. These are tiny little babies. What size are these? Size 4. They got little robots on them. Again, this was another one I bought in a bundle sale on Kidizen a long time ago. They somehow got lost in one of my need to list these bins. Now these, so I do look at men's shoes now, thanks to Kathy. I never would have. I mean, I would scroll them, walk by them. These were what I call a reseller fail. Now, I found these. My husband has been doing a lot of work outside. We have a house on the lake, and he's doing a lot of projects and honey-do lists for me. And I thought these looked like great boots. The boots that he's been wearing outside are terrible. They are a size US 10. And I already know my husband wears like an 11 to 12, but some brands, you just never know. And these look like they might fit him. The reason that they have a Vibram sole. If you ever see Vibram or Gore-Tex, that's a really good sign. And to me, just by looking at them, right, they look to be in great condition, right? Well, I get them home. The brand is Garmont, G-A-R-M-O-N-T, which maybe they're military, something or another. I don't know. I haven't really done much research on them. All I know is that I paid $40 for them, which is a huge, like, I don't ever spend that much money on stuff specifically to flip, but I really thought my husband could wear these, and that we do Cub Scouts, and this would look so great with his leader uniform. Anyway, they were like a half size too small. So I'm like, no worries, I'll just list them until after he tried them on. And you really, I've got to be better at paying attention to this sort of thing. But look, let me see if I can show you. Right here, it's ripped. Right where your toe would. And of course, now that I see that it's there, I'm like, oh shoot, let me look at the other shoe. And sure enough, see, when I'm holding the shoe upright like this and just looking at it, you can't tell. It's not until you really like look closely, there's a start of another rip right there. Now, will I still be able to sell these? Because, I mean, gosh, I don't know. They're just really great shoes that the heels didn't wear out. It just seems to me that this is like a suede leather material that is just not, I don't know. Will I be able to sell them? Yes. Will I make my $40 back? No, but as you can see, I'm going to make it back selling something else. So always look for flaw. Now, if I ever buy boots again, the lesson here was I will always check for rips. Now, here's another, thank you, Kathy. So guys, I never, these are like old man shoes, okay? Or old lady shoes, you know, and I don't mean to offend anybody by saying that, but like my grandma would have worn these shoes. My grandpa wore these kind of shoes. But what I learned from Kathy is, again, people buy for comfort and people will spend a lot of money for comfort. Anything that says ortho, orthotic, diabetic, anything like that, you're going to sell. So these were less than $5. The brand is Ortho Feet. The other thing that I learned is that wide. A lot of people with wide feet are looking for wide shoes and they're kind of hard to come by. So these are a women's size 9 wide. They are leather. They are in fantastic condition. And yeah, so I'm taking a chance on these. I've never sold something like this, but Kathy sells comfort shoes all the time. And what I love about the resale community is I've made some great friends. It's like I said, this is my hobby outside of my work, and why not have a hobby that pays you money? You know, I could be doing mindless things like playing Candy Crush or Farmville, things that I used to do. But we help each other out. You know, I never would have picked these shoes up if it wasn't for watching her YouTube videos. And the thing is, if I list these and I list them high, I have no idea what I can get for them. But let's just say I get $50. That means when she finds them, you know, you want people selling things for high because people look at comps. They're going to look at what these shoes sold for. So it's in all the resellers' best interest that people are finding the good stuff and listing it high and it's selling high. You know what I mean? So I just love that. And then the last pair, these are Converse. These are ones that I bought for my daughter. I remember I did not pay $10. These were like on clearance at Once Upon a Child. I love the double tongues. They're a size 12. My daughter really wore these. Let's see. The thing to look for on Converse, so bright, is, oh my gosh, sorry. The back, like this gets worn down sometimes, but these had like a dye transfer situation happen. Yeah, right here in the front. So these are definitely what I consider play condition, but they're very clean. I will still be able to get $15 or so for these. And again, that's like more than I paid for my own kid to wear them. So anyway, that's my haul for you today. I don't know how long I've been talking, but I hope that helps somebody. Maybe when you're out thrift store shopping just for fun or for picking up stuff for your own family, always glance at the shoes. You know, my Goodwills are just usually right on the tops and it's easy to walk by and look. You'll start to recognize. Now Skechers and Old Navy do make shoes similar. Just always look for that blue native on the back. And Minnie Melissa's are very much recognizable. The Keens are super, you'll start to notice them because they have this little triangle thing. So I hope that helps somebody out there. And look, I'm all about teaching people tips and tricks, and I love doing it for my personal job and I love doing it for my side hobby. So thank you guys so much for watching, and looks like maybe I'll be back to show you some more stuff. Have a good day, everybody.